Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like something just didn't match how you feel inside? Like your hair, once full of life, no longer reflects your energy or your spirit? Maybe you've tried changing it, hoping for a fresh start, only to walk out of the salon feeling older, not better. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Because here's the truth. Hair isn't just hair. It's personal. It's how we express who we are, how we see ourselves, and how we want the world to see us. After 50, something shifts, not just in our appearance, but in how we're treated, how we're seen. There's this quiet pressure to tone things down, to play it safe, to blend in. But why? Just because we've added a few candles to the birthday cake doesn't mean we've lost our edge. If anything, now is the time to own our style more than ever. To make choices that reflect not who we were, but who we are now. Stronger, wiser, and still every bit as vibrant. This isn't about trying to look 25 again. It's about feeling alive, feeling confident, and choosing a haircut that lifts you. Not just your face, but your spirit. So today, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful haircut choices that do exactly that. These aren't just trends. They're tools to help you express your beauty, your story, and your confidence at this amazing stage of life. If you've ever felt like your hair was holding you back, stay with me, because this might just be the moment you take it all back. 1. The soft layered bob. Timeless, uplifting, and effortlessly elegant. The soft layered bob is one of those rare haircuts that never goes out of style, and for good reason. It adds movement, dimension, and just the right amount of lift to frame the face in a way that feels fresh and youthful without trying too hard. For women over 50, this cut is like a secret weapon. It works with thinning hair, not against it, and brings back that natural volume many of us miss. But here's the real magic. Soft layers placed strategically around the cheekbones and jawline create the illusion of lift. It draws the eye upward, softens sagging areas, and subtly enhances your natural features. It's a kind of built-in facelift, without the needles or the downtime. And because it's not too short, it still gives you room to style it in multiple ways. Sleek, tousled, wavy, or even tucked behind the ears for a relaxed, confident look. What I love about this cut is how universally flattering it is. Whether your face is round, square, or heart-shaped, a well-cut, layered bob can be tailored to bring out your best features. It's modern, easy to manage, and makes you feel put together with minimal effort. For a woman who's always cared for others, this cut is one of the best gifts you can give yourself, because it's not just about looking great, it's about feeling like you again. 2. The pixie cut with side bangs. A bold cut for a beautiful comeback. Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you did something just for you? Something bold, something unexpected. For a lot of women, especially after 50, cutting their hair short feels like crossing a line. We've been told our whole lives that femininity is tied to long, flowing hair. But what if that's just another outdated rule we're finally ready to break? The pixie cut with side bangs isn't just a haircut, it's a statement, a comeback, a decision to put yourself first for once. To simplify, yes, but also to stand out. And here's the thing, it's not about cutting your hair short, it's about cutting out what no longer serves you. When done well, a pixie draws the eye upward, creating instant lift across the cheekbones and jawline. Those soft side bangs gently sweep across the forehead, blurring fine lines and bringing focus back to your eyes, your real signature feature. And if your hair has started to thin out over the years, this cut can be your best friend. It removes weight, adds volume at the crown, and gives fine hair the fullness and texture it's been missing. And let's talk practicality for a second. This is for the woman who's done spending 30 minutes with a round brush and heat tools every morning. The pixie is the ultimate wash and go style. A little texture spray, maybe a soft wax for shape, and you're out the door looking confident, polished, and modern. But beyond the ease and beauty, what I hear most from women who choose the pixie is this: I finally feel like myself again. That kind of transformation doesn't come from a bottle or a beauty cream. It comes from courage, from choosing to do something for yourself, not to impress anyone, not to follow a trend, but to feel alive again. So if there's a little whisper inside you saying, maybe it's time, don't ignore it. The pixie isn't just a haircut, it's your power move. 3. The shoulder-length shag. Effortless, lively, and full of personality. There's something about the shoulder-length shag that just says freedom. It's playful without being messy, soft without being boring, and stylish without ever trying too hard. For women over 50, this cut can be a breath of fresh air, especially if you're ready to let go of heavy styles that feel more like a chore than a choice. What makes this cut so special? It's all in the layers. Strategically placed layers around the crown and face create natural volume and movement. And let me tell you, movement is everything. Hair that moves gives the impression of youth, vitality, and ease, even if you've barely had time to grab your coffee in the morning. This isn't one of those styles that demands daily blowouts or perfect curling technique. In fact, the shag thrives on imperfection. Natural waves, a little tousle, even second-day texture, these things actually enhance the look. And for women with fine or thinning hair, the shag adds volume without weighing things down. The result? Hair that looks fuller, bouncier, and just a little bit rebellious in the best way. One of my clients, Susan, she's 58, used to wear her hair long and flat, always pulled back. She told me she hadn't felt seen in years. We gave her a shoulder-length shag with soft face-framing layers, and I wish you could have seen her face afterward. She looked in the mirror, smiled, and said, "This feels like me, but lighter." And that's exactly the point. The shag doesn't try to hide age. It works with who you are now. It softens angular lines, draws attention to the eyes, and adds personality, without trying to make you look 25 again. If you love a style that moves when you walk, catches the light, and makes you feel like you've still got a little rock and roll in your step, the shoulder-length shag might just be your new signature. 4. The chin-length blunt cut with soft layers. When precision meets grace. Let me paint you a picture. You're standing in front of the mirror. Your makeup is light but just right. Your outfit feels good, but something still looks tired. And it's not you. It's the hair. Maybe it's long but lifeless, or maybe it's short but shapeless. You don't feel sharp and you don't feel seen. That's where the chin-length blunt cut with soft layers comes in. This haircut is like a reset button. It brings clarity to your features, structure to your silhouette, and most importantly, it brings you back into focus. Not just for others, but for yourself. Now let's break this down. What makes this style so special, especially for women over 50? First, it's the length. Chin length might seem simple, but it's incredibly strategic. As we age, many of us start to notice our jawline softening, our neck losing definition. A cut that hits right at or just below the chin creates the illusion of lift. It pulls the focus upward and frames the lower face in a way that feels balanced, refined, and naturally youthful. Then there's the blunt edge. Don't be fooled by the word blunt. It doesn't mean harsh, it means strong. A straight, clean edge gives the illusion of thicker, fuller hair. That's a game changer for women who've noticed their strands becoming finer or more delicate over time. When your hair ends in a precise, even line, it reflects light better, looks healthier, and, this is important, it sends a message. It says, I know who I am. I'm not hiding behind layers of hair. I'm showing up. But here's where the soft layers come in and make everything feel elevated. They're not heavy or choppy. They're subtle, just enough to add movement and flow. Without them, a blunt cut can look a little boxy or rigid, especially if your hair is naturally thick or straight. But those gentle layers soften the look, create natural lift at the crown, and give you flexibility to style it polished or undone. Let's talk versatility. This isn't a haircut that locks you into one mood. You can wear it sleek and tucked behind the ear for that elegant, French chic vibe, or add a slight wave for a more casual, breezy weekend look. It frames the face beautifully for glasses wearers and works wonderfully with natural grays, soft blondes, or warm tones with dimension. And for women who are short on time or patience, this is one of the most low-maintenance, high-impact styles you can choose. A quick blow dry with a round brush, or even air drying with a little smoothing cream, is often all you need. It grows out gracefully, trims easily, and keeps its shape longer than most layered styles. Let me tell you about Marion, a client of mine. She's 61, stylish, vibrant, but she told me her long hair made her feel dragged down. It didn't reflect the energy she felt inside. When we cut it into this chin-length style, she looked in the mirror and just stared. Then she said, "I feel sharp again, like I finally showed up." That's the kind of transformation this cut delivers, not just in how you look, but in how you carry yourself. Because at this stage in life, we don't want to blend in. We want to shine. We've earned it. And this haircut helps you do exactly that, with grace, with structure, and with just the right amount of edge. 5. Long layers with curtain bangs, feminine, flowing, and gracefully ageless. Let me ask you something. Have you ever hesitated to keep your hair long, thinking maybe it's too much after a certain age? That it drags your face down, makes you look older, or worse, feels like you're trying too hard? If that sounds familiar, I want you to hear this loud and clear. Long hair isn't the problem. The wrong shape is. Enter long layers with curtain bangs. It's not just a haircut, it's a reinvention of long hair. One that's mature, elegant, and refreshingly youthful without looking like you borrowed it from your younger self. This style works with you, not against time. And when done right, it can actually soften, lift, and illuminate your entire look. Let's start with the layers. As we age, our hair tends to lose volume and movement. Long hair that's all one length often ends up looking flat or heavy, pulling the face downward and emphasizing sagging or hollowness in the cheeks. But long layers? They break up that weight. They add shape, bounce, and softness. When cut well, they create a flowing effect that moves naturally, catching light and air, giving your hair the kind of effortless energy that turns heads, not because it's flashy, but because it feels alive. And now, let's talk about the curtain bangs, the real secret weapon. These aren't the straight-across bangs of the 90s. Curtain bangs are soft, parted naturally in the middle, or just off-center, and they fall gently to either side of the face like, well, curtains. They frame your eyes, highlight your cheekbones, and gently skim the temples and forehead, camouflaging lines without covering your face. It's subtle, feminine, and incredibly flattering. I once worked with a woman named Elise. She was 64, with thick, gorgeous silver hair she hadn't cut in years because she didn't know what to do with it. It just hung there, heavy and lifeless. We added soft, sweeping layers and introduced curtain bangs to open up her face. The result? She walked out of the salon looking radiant, but more importantly, she looked comfortable in her own skin. She told me, "I didn't realize how much my hair was hiding me." That's the beauty of this cut. It keeps the length, because yes, long hair can be incredibly flattering at any age, but it refines the shape. It works best with medium to thick hair, but even women with finer textures can wear this style beautifully if the layering is done with intention. The key is balance. Not too many layers, not too few. Enough to give movement without making the hair look thin or stringy. And styling? It's forgiving. You can wear it sleek, wavy, curled, half up, or even tied back with pieces falling forward to soften the look. It transitions effortlessly from a casual day to an elegant evening. Add a few face-framing highlights or subtle lowlights, and suddenly The hair glows. It complements your skin tone, brings out your eyes, and adds that gentle radiance we often think we've lost. But here's the truth. We don't lose it. It just needs the right frame to shine again. So if you've been holding on to your long hair with uncertainty, or maybe thinking of cutting it off entirely, this style might be the perfect middle ground. It lets you keep what you love while adding movement, shape, and softness in all the right places. It's romantic, refined, and rooted in confidence. Because after 50, beauty isn't about rules, it's about freedom. And this haircut gives you exactly that. Hair care after 50. Because a great haircut deserves great hair. So now that you've found the perfect haircut, or maybe you're still deciding, it's time to talk about something just as important as the style itself, the care. Because here's the thing. Even the most flattering haircut will fall flat if the hair isn't healthy, nourished, and cared for from the inside out. And as we age, the way we care for our hair needs to evolve too, just like everything else. Let's start with the scalp. A lot of people overlook it, but it's actually where healthy hair begins. After 50, our scalp tends to get drier. Hormonal shifts mean less oil production, and that can lead to thinning hair, irritation, or even breakage. So what can you do? Treat your scalp like you treat your skin. Once or twice a week, try using a scalp serum or light oil. Look for ingredients like rosemary oil, peppermint, or niacinamide. They boost circulation and promote hair growth over time. And even more powerful than a product, a simple 2-minute scalp massage every day. You can do it while watching TV or brushing your teeth. It's relaxing and it stimulates blood flow to those follicles, helping to keep hair strong and growing. Now, let's talk hydration. Dry hair is one of the most common struggles after 50, and it can make hair look dull, lifeless, even older than it really is. The solution isn't just more conditioner, it's the right kind of hydration. Once a week, treat your hair to a deep conditioning mask with ingredients like shea butter, keratin, or argan oil. These penetrate the hair shaft, not just coat the surface. You'll notice your hair feels softer, shinier, and easier to manage. And day to day, a leave-in conditioner can be your best friend, especially if your hair tends to frizz or feel brittle. Also, a small change that makes a big difference: turn down the water temperature. Hot showers feel great, but they strip your hair of natural oils. Washing with lukewarm water helps retain moisture, especially if you're washing your hair more than twice a week. Now, I know we all love a polished look, but let's talk heat styling. Blow dryers, curling irons, straighteners. They can be both a blessing and a curse. As we get older, our hair becomes more delicate. So it's not just about using tools, it's about protecting your hair every time you use them. Always use a heat protectant spray, no exceptions. And don't blast your tools on high heat. Medium is more than enough. Better yet, try air drying your hair halfway, then finishing with a blow dryer if you want shape or volume. And here's one of my favorite tricks for volume without damage: Velcro rollers. They're gentle, they give bounce, and they feel wonderfully retro. Now, let's not forget the inside-out approach, because your hair reflects what's happening in your body. If you're not getting enough protein, iron, or essential fatty acids, your hair will let you know. Consider adding more leafy greens, lean proteins like chicken or eggs, and healthy fats like salmon, avocados, or flax seeds. And if your doctor gives the green light, biotin and collagen supplements can help improve strength and reduce breakage over time. Oh, and water. It sounds simple, but staying hydrated truly makes a visible difference in the shine and bounce of your hair. And finally, don't skip your trims. I know the goal might be to grow your hair or hold on to your length, but split ends can travel fast and make hair look ragged and aged. Ask your stylist for a dusting every 6 to 8 weeks. It keeps the shape fresh, the ends clean, and the whole style looking polished. You see, after 50, hair care isn't just about maintenance. It's about self-respect. It's a way of saying, I still matter. I still deserve to feel good when I look in the mirror. Because you do. More than hair, it's how you see yourself. So here's what I want you to take away from all this. It was never just about the haircut. It was never just about looking younger or chasing trends or copying what someone else is doing. It's about you, how you feel when you walk past a mirror, how you carry yourself into a room, how you show up for your life, fully, proudly, unapologetically. The truth is, we don't outgrow beauty. We grow into it. With every laugh line, every silver strand, every lesson learned. And the right haircut? It's just one small way to say, I still care. I still deserve to feel vibrant. Maybe you'll go for the soft bob, maybe you'll dare the pixie, or maybe you'll keep your length and just give it a little lift. Whatever you choose, make sure it reflects you, not the you from 10 years ago, not the one people expect, but the woman you've become, the one who's earned every ounce of grace, strength, and beauty she walks with today. And hey, if no one's told you this in a while, let me be the one to say it. You're not too old for anything, not to try something new, not to feel beautiful again, not to be seen. If this video spoke to you, I'd love for you to share your story in the comments. What's a haircut that changed how you felt about yourself? Or maybe, what are you ready to try next? And don't forget, subscribe, because this channel isn't just about hair. It's about owning your age, celebrating your wisdom, and stepping into the next chapter of your life with style, strength, and confidence. You're not fading, you're blooming. And this is just the beginning.